Never place someone at the center of your world if you're only an option in theirs. Nothing lasts forever, so don't exhaust yourself over situations that are guaranteed to change. Your worth is never defined by another person's failure to recognize it. Often, your enemies will speak the truth because honesty can hurt, while friends may soften reality because they don't want to. Live life on your own terms, because even the people who love you won't walk beside you every step of the journey. Danger exists, but fear is a decision. Hidden beneath pain is a lesson. Beneath sadness lies hope. Beneath struggle lives strength. And when everything feels lost, that's usually when you discover what truly matters. Many people are kind only when it costs them nothing. Not everyone is meant to walk with you forever. Some arrive briefly, only to teach you what you needed to learn. You must be humble enough to admit when you're wrong, wise enough to learn from it, and brave enough to fix it. Letting go is painful, but sometimes it's the healthiest choice. True contentment doesn't come from getting everything you want, but from recognizing how much you already have. Life is a balance. Be kind, but don't allow yourself to be mistreated. Trust, but don't be naive. Be satisfied, but never stop growing. Even if you're the only one who believes in yourself, that belief is enough. Life becomes lighter the moment you stop taking everything personally. No matter how respectful or good-hearted you are, some people will still speak badly about you behind closed doors. Whatever pain or worry you're facing right now won't last forever. Time moves, and this too will pass. Never dismiss someone's emotions. You never know how much courage it took them to express them. If confidence doesn't come naturally, act as if it does, and it will follow. No one can make you feel small unless you allow them to. Expectations often lead to disappointment, so expect little or nothing from others. Those who say you can't are usually afraid that you will. Never burn yourself out trying to keep others warm. If you expect life to treat you fairly just because you are fair, you're deceiving yourself. That's like expecting a lion to spare you because you didn't harm it. Worry only means you suffer twice. Don't fear your shadow. It only exists because there's light nearby. Hating one chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the whole story. If something can be fixed, stop complaining and fix it. If it can't be fixed, complaining still won't help. The problem is, you think you have unlimited time. Life makes sense when you look backward, but it must be lived moving forward. You rarely notice your growth because you keep raising your standards. Let go, or you'll be dragged. You'll destroy yourself trying to please everyone. If you have too many priorities, you have none. Knowledge is knowing facts. Wisdom is knowing how to use them. People don't always get what they deserve. You're not responsible for every thought that enters your mind, but you are responsible for the ones you choose to entertain. Never be so kind that you forget to be smart, and never be so smart that you forget compassion. Your mind quits long before your body does. Calm waters never create skilled sailors. Waiting for change without action is like waiting for a train at a bus stop. If you constantly question whether something is right for you, it usually isn't. One day you'll realize that no one controls your life unless you give them permission. When you work for others, you earn wages, not freedom. We live two lives. The second begins the moment we realize we only have one. The place you're afraid to enter often hides what you're searching for. Nothing worth having comes without effort. Everything can be taken from a person except one thing: the freedom to choose their attitude in any situation. You can do everything right and still lose. That isn't weakness, that's life. Doing what's right for you will upset people. You can't cross an ocean without leaving the shore behind. It's easy to deceive someone, but difficult to convince them they've been deceived. Every thought about the future is uncertain. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and hoping someone else suffers. There are many things worth caring about. You can choose to live negatively or positively, but only one path leads forward. Before you speak, ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Be afraid, but act anyway. It can take years to realize how unhappy you are, and even longer to realize it doesn't have to stay that way. You won't remember the nights you stayed home doing nothing. Courage doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's a quiet promise at the end of the day, saying, "I'll try again tomorrow." That burden you're carrying wasn't meant to be held forever. It was meant to be climbed. People often confuse stress with responsibility. Don't cling to a mistake just because you invested time in it. Someone once described hell as this: on your final day, the person you became meets the person you could have been. It's not that you lack time, it's that you lack priorities. Ask yourself, what would you do if fear wasn't holding you back? There are two paths ahead of you, and even now, there's still time to change the one you're on. Hard work surpasses talent when talent refuses to put in the effort. Wanting to outshine others often reveals the insecurity holding you back. Stress is not the enemy, apathy is. Life moves quickly, and if you don't pause to notice it, you may miss it entirely. Everything beyond this moment exists only in imagination. When you stop labeling the world by likes and dislikes and begin seeing things as they truly are, peace naturally follows. Remember, everyone is the villain in someone else's story. The only person who will truly remember your sacrifices is you, not the company, not the boss. No job is worth destroying yourself for. You are replaceable to them, but irreplaceable to yourself. Those who matter won't be bothered by your truth, and those who are bothered don't truly matter. Sometimes your heart must break repeatedly before it finally opens. Never forget when what you have now was once a dream. Become the person you needed in your younger years. When things are done right, people may not even notice. If you're unhappy, something within your life needs correction. Move slowly if you must, but never stand still. A hypocrite is often someone evolving. Look into another person's life only to ensure they have enough, not to compare. When choosing between being right and being kind, choose kindness. Someone else's opinion doesn't define your reality.
Possessions eventually begin to possess you. Speak your truth even if your voice trembles. Live through experience, not expectation. Decide whether today is one day or day one. Opportunities vanish when shots aren't taken. Youth finds joy because it still sees beauty. Anyone who preserves that vision never truly ages. The past is only a story we repeat. Every life reaches a crossroads where letting go becomes necessary. Preparation meeting opportunity creates luck. Honesty without compassion is cruelty. Kindness without honesty is deception. Dreams and nightmares share the same origin. Life can be seen as ordinary or miraculous. The choice is yours. Changing perspective changes everything. We unknowingly train people how to treat us. Most worries never become reality. Awakening begins when you realize you are not your thoughts. Life feels tragic to those who feel deeply and amusing to those who analyze. Be part of the solution, not the problem. Don't assume malice where ignorance explains enough. Stories teach us not that monsters exist, but that they can be defeated. Don't revisit the past for comfort or excuses. The world is what it is. Growth makes the difference. Escaping consequences doesn't make a bad choice good. Credit belongs to those who step into the arena. Fear often exaggerates suffering. Anger corrodes the one who holds it. Fake love thrives where real love is scarce.
Those who fight may lose, but those who never fight have already lost. Life feels longer when you're busy living it. Arguments should aim for understanding, not victory. Life is mostly reaction, not circumstance. Choose your pain, discipline, or regret. Work with urgency, as if someone else is ready to take your place. The future is shaped by your hands, not your past. Strength is forged through pressure. Many fail because they quit too close to success. Challenges bring transformation. Your toughest moments often create your greatest growth. You've survived every hard day so far. Reinvention requires struggle. Remember why you started. Act despite fear. Doubt destroys more dreams than failure. When everything feels against you, that's often when change begins. Push hardest when quitting feels easiest. Complaining won't replace effort. One day you'll be grateful you didn't give up. Staying the same for years would be unbearable. Accepting limits allows growth beyond them. Failure isn't always error. Giving up is. Defining moments demand choice. Time will pass whether you act or not. Difficulty gives value to success. Belief shapes perception. Happiness is not having everything, but appreciating what you have. You only die once. Make it meaningful. Loyalty can't be controlled. If you constantly question something's worth, it likely isn't. Ignore criticism from those you wouldn't seek advice from. Walk away when apologies replace promises. Solitude is necessary for mental clarity. Knowledge means nothing without action. Believe only a fraction of what you see, and be cautious about everything you hear. Aim to become the kind of man you would proudly want your daughter to choose one day. If you keep blaming others for your situation, don't expect your life to improve. When you drink, you're stealing joy from tomorrow. Never make decisions in anger, and never make promises in moments of extreme happiness. You become the average of the people you spend the most time with, so choose your company wisely. Surrounding yourself with good people shapes you into a better person. If a problem can be solved with money, it's not truly a problem at all. Letting go is painful, but holding on to what no longer serves you hurts even more. You never fully know someone until you share a living space with them. Don't rush into marriage without truly understanding who you're committing to. Learn to be happy and content on your own, because depending on others for happiness only makes you vulnerable. If you can't take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of anyone else. Trust is built slowly over time, but it can be destroyed in a single careless moment. No honest work is beneath your dignity. If you give your word, honor it, because your word is one of the most valuable things you possess. Once it loses its meaning, earning it back is difficult. The world doesn't owe you anything. It's vast, busy, and indifferent to personal expectations. Don't let emotions control your life, whether they're yours or someone else's. When you love what you do, it stops feeling like work. Treating yourself with kindness is powerful medicine. Never change who you are just to please someone else, unless that change is truly for you. Some will call you stubborn, others will call you strong, but if you know deep down you're doing the right thing, their opinions lose importance. Make as many mistakes as you need, just don't repeat the same ones.
Potential means nothing without action. People often make many foolish choices before discovering what they truly want. Don't force yourself to fit where you're not welcomed. Even friends can hurt you without intending to. Some pain never completely disappears. You simply learn how to live with it. Your growth doesn't need applause to be real. There is no shortcut to something meaningful. Anyone promising otherwise is usually selling an illusion. Change is the only constant in life. Letting go is easier than you imagine, while holding on is far more exhausting. Bringing others down will never raise you up. Choose what is right over what is easy. Excuses don't fix problems. Responsibility does. Real growth begins when you stop blaming others and start correcting yourself. Don't chase people who are already leaving your life. You can't control the thoughts that enter your mind, but you can choose which ones you feed. Stop giving energy to thoughts that poison your peace. Kindness may not earn you respect from everyone, but self-respect is what truly matters. You can't change people. If you love something, allow it to be free. If it returns, it was meant for you. If not, learn to let go. You may not be able to rewrite the beginning, but you can always change how the story ends. One of your greatest enemies is your ego. It convinces you that you're never wrong and have nothing to improve. Learn to silence it often. You rarely realize when the most meaningful moments of your life are happening, so try to appreciate each day. Life rarely goes according to plan, and that's not a bad thing. Treat every moment as a lesson. When things seem perfect, jealousy may pull you down. Don't be surprised, it's part of life. Difficult phases can begin without warning, and most of the time you must endure and grow on your own. Never make one person the center of your happiness. If they leave, you shouldn't lose yourself. Trust carefully, not blindly. Don't expect someone to catch you when you fall, even if you've supported many before. It's always easier to enter situations than to escape them. Most people treat others according to their needs and desires. And when someone hides hurtful words behind, "I was just joking," pay attention. There is often truth behind humor. Life rewards patience, but it also demands endurance. Good things arrive slowly, often through struggle, yet they are always worth the wait. Nothing in life is ever as simple as it appears. Every achievement has a cost hidden beneath the surface. Whether it's relationships, possessions, or health, caring for things early is far cheaper than fixing them later. We mourn people, but rarely grieve the time we lose forever. Time is the only currency you can never earn back, and one day it will be the measure of who you became. In moments of pain, you often make your strongest decisions. The fear of repeating the same hurt becomes your greatest teacher. A difficult past often prepares you for a stronger, brighter future. Most fears exist only in your mind and never turn into reality.
You attract what you reflect. If you want better people, better opportunities, and a better life, become better yourself. Missing someone doesn't mean they should return to your life. Missing is part of moving forward, not moving backward. Before old age arrives, attend funerals and truly listen. No one talks about titles or success. They remember kindness, integrity, and how someone made others feel. Keep at least one person in your life who is honest with you, even when the truth hurts. Generosity is admirable, but without limits, it becomes an invitation to be used. Holding on creates pressure. Letting go creates relief. Life won't adjust itself to your desires simply because you wish it would. Learn from actions, not promises. Never react in anger. Give yourself time, because anger causes damage that cannot be undone. Guard your privacy. Silence is strength. Do not regret your past decisions. At that moment, you acted with the best understanding you had. See people as they are, not as you hope they might become. Avoid assumptions. Let time expose truth. Never tolerate contempt. Anyone who looks down on you is capable of harming you, emotionally, socially, or physically. Distance yourself without hesitation. Be cautious with money and friendships. Lending can turn respect into resentment. Solve your problems quietly before sharing them. Displaying weakness invites unnecessary judgment. Listen carefully to those who challenge you, not those who flatter you. Self-pity weakens the soul. Stay away from it. Even when life feels unbearable, remember that pain passes. Health is priceless. Many wasted chasing wealth only to give everything back for a single healthy day. Grudges never hurt the person you resent. They only damage you. Time shapes identity more than anything else. Time is undefeated. No matter how hard you resist, it moves forward and leaves only lessons behind.